How's the indoctrination going? What do you think?
I think it's going pretty well. Love it so far. So yeah.
You came in on a visit.
Mm-hmm.
So
I did.
how does that put you? 5 of the 8 rookies that got drafted all visited. Do you feel like that gives you guys a little head start? You're not everything's wide-eyed and brand new.
It definitely helps. I mean, being able to know my way around because things happen fast in the mini camp. So knowing my way around between meetings and stuff, it's definitely helped me a lot.
I guess take us back to that visit. When you met with the Packers, what were things that they talked about that they liked about your game, and kind of what were those conversations like?
Big point for me was just my flexibility, like being able to play multiple positions, which I think is probably why they picked me. Just the ability to hopefully help out wherever I'm needed. I think that's the biggest upside for me.
How did you demonstrate in college? You play all those because you pretty much game-wise you were in
Oh yeah,
position.
game. I only played left tackle, but I practiced at all 5 at some point in college. So that was a big talking point for me.
Sure.
So now they're putting it to the test, and I think I can do pretty well. So we'll see.
So you practiced a lot at center?
Yeah, well, a little bit of center
All
in
right,
college. I'm not gonna say I practiced a little bit though. Yeah.
I got you.
But John, you obviously don't know the history here, but they take left tackles all the freaking time here and put them somewhere else. So that is a crucial thing to be able to do. How much work could you have gotten though when you're also probably your best offensive lineman? That's why they played you at left tackle. So how much work are we talking during the season?
Well, when I was this past season, it was I played exclusively left tackle. But when I was a younger guy, not playing as much, that's when I was more rotating between different positions, getting experience at all the different spots.
One of the things Goody said after he drafted you was that usually a guy like you who can play all those spots isn't still sitting there on the board. Was that what was draft day like for you? Were you expecting to be taken better, higher, or how did it
Honestly,
play out?
I really wasn't expecting anything. I mean, I said the entire time, all I hope is that I get drafted, and I did. So I'm not really worried about, I should have been 4th round. I'm just happy to be here,
And it's all about where you fit in, right?
Absolutely.
So when you look at where, and I know you got a lot of time to figure it out, but when you look at where you landed, how does it feel early on here in terms of a fit for you?
It feels great. I love it. I love the atmosphere. Everybody's dedicated to winning, and that's what I love. So I can't wait.
Come for a pre-draft visit. You're trying to make an impression on them. What type of impression did the city leave on you during your time here?
I would say one thing I love is that the fans are the owners. It's clear, like just getting off the plane when you're coming here. Everybody knows who you are, and they automatically love you just because you're a Packer, and I love that. It's like more of a college feel, and yeah, I love it.
There was some viral videos from some of the prospects who were visiting last week. Cam Ward said, hey, there's nothing to do here. Do you get a different sense of this, or do you like the fact that it's ball over everything here?
I love it. It's all ball. I mean, I'm sure there's ways to have fun if you can find them, but hey, it's all ball. That's what we're here for. So.
Mix of veterans and younger guys on that O-line. What are you hoping to kind of gain in terms of picking the brains of those that have been here for a while, but also learning with those younger guys?
Yeah, definitely learning from the older guys, trying to pick up some tips and tricks where I can, and then just contributing wherever there's a void, stepping in that position, just helping out. I just want to win at the end of the day.
How cool is it knowing behind you is Jordan Love and Josh Jacobs, 2 guys that have, especially last year, but Josh has been in this league for a while. It's been well revered, and Jordan, on the come up.
It's pretty wild. I met him yesterday, and it was like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of weird, but yeah, it's definitely awesome. It's good to know that you got those guys back there that can really do their job, and yeah, it encourages you to do your job.
Have you had an opportunity to connect with any of the other offensive linemen yet?
Yeah, a couple of the veteran guys, yeah, and everybody seems good. So.
Have you met Sean Ryan yet? Because I feel like you
I
guys
have not.
might be competing for best hair.
I have not yet, but I'd love to see the hair. I would love to see it.
What was that first conversation like with Jordan? Just beating the guy that you'll be protecting.
It was short. It was just an introduction, but I mean, it was good. Obviously, I know him, seen him play, so I know what he's capable of. I just hope that I can contribute.
After the draft, you had mentioned your growth over the last year in pass protection specifically. What did you attribute that to, the steps forward you took?
I would attribute that to our O-line coach, Nick Cardwell at Cincinnati. He did a great job implementing new systems for our pass protection. Yeah.
Did that best suit your skill set?
Yeah, absolutely. He kind of gave me the confidence to play and be who I could be.
You didn't play in your bowl game, so obviously it's been a while since you got on the field. How much are you looking forward to tomorrow, just getting on the field and getting to kind of run around a little bit?
I'm looking forward to it a lot. I can't wait. Yeah.
Hey, John, obviously your degree was a talking point when you got drafted. You're obviously a very bright guy. If it wasn't football, what would you be doing?
I'd want to work somewhere like Lockheed Martin or like SpaceX in like a research division. Yeah, something like that.
So I'm curious, obviously your coaches all know you're a really bright guy.
Mm-hmm.
So do they expect a whole lot less learning mistakes than maybe a typical rookie? I mean, sometimes can all those brains work against you a little bit? When it comes to
Yeah, I'd
expectations?
say that. There's definitely a chance of overanalyzing things, but you know, when you're a smart guy, you got to be a smart guy. You know, you gotta show it. So hopefully, they don't expect too many learning mistakes because there's going to be some. But you know, I'm a bright guy. I'll pick it up fast. We'll be good.
So why aerospace engineering? Like, how did that become the major?
Honestly, loved it since I was a kid. Well, loved science since I was a kid, and just naturally, as I grew up, kind of narrowed it down to what I wanted to do.
So, John, as someone who's not a bright guy, how did that help you in terms of picking up playbooks and all that kind of the football side of using your intelligence?
It helps a lot. You know, I would say a big part of just intelligence is pattern recognition, which helps a lot in football. Seeing fronts and schemes and understanding what needs to happen. It helps a lot.
So would Fickle obviously would have recruited you to Cincinnati, right?
Yeah, he
Still
did.
there, and now obviously he's at Wisconsin.
Yes.
Did you, I don't know, maybe having gone to Wisconsin, maybe our aeronautics and engineering and that stuff aren't good enough. Did you consider leaving
No.
when he left?
No.
You because it was just a better fit for you at Cincinnati, or
Well, I'm
because there
not-
were a lot of Bearcats who did leave.
I'm just not the kind of person to leave. I mean, no disrespect to the guys that did leave. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's got to do what's right for them. That's just never been me. I started it at Cincinnati. I'm going to finish it at Cincinnati.
You mentioned that whoa moment when you see Josh and Jordan as a rookie. How do some of y'all get past that initial starstruck moment and realize, hey, we're in the same locker room now, we're teammates, we're at the same level?
Well, I've only been here for like 24 hours, so I'm not sure how we get past that yet, but I'm working on it. So I'll let you know.
How much have you paid attention to the Packers and what they've been able to do the last couple seasons?
A lot. We watched a lot of film at Cincinnati on the Packers just because we kind of have a similar offensive scheme. So we've definitely seen a lot of their stuff and was loving it. Yeah.
And when you watched like the offensive line, what kind of stuck out to you about what they do?
Well, I'm not going to give you any like scheme stuff, but I mean, like I said, it was just a very similar play style. You could tell that they have a similar philosophy here that we did at Cincinnati.
You kind of talked about getting over the starstruck of it. Just what is it like joining such a legacy, football program in the NFL?
I mean, it's great. You know what I'm saying? I mean, obviously there's the pressure of expectations, but I wouldn't have it any other way. You know, it makes you step up to the plate.
John, you mentioned your flexibility. Has anybody here said anything specific to you about where they want you to begin in terms of your position?
I mean, nothing specific. I just know that I'm going to be expected to play a lot of different positions and help out wherever I can.
Have you ever played center?
I've practiced at center when I was a younger guy, yeah.
Is that something they mentioned they felt like you could play every position. Does that seem doable to you to be able to play
Yeah.
center?
Mm-hmm.
John, I don't want to make an assumption off of 8 minutes of talking to you, but you seem to have a little bit of personality, and you seem like you might be a little bit fun. Is that your philosophy on playing the game of football? Obviously, you take it very seriously and want to succeed. But
Right.
is fun a key component for you as well, or am I just making
Yeah.
an accurate assumption?
Fun definitely helps. You know, I mean, it's hard to love the game if you're not always having fun. But there are some moments that aren't fun. Some things are hard and they're not fun. And those are the things that you usually have to do the best. So, yeah, I mean, obviously, I love to have fun. Everybody loves to have fun when they play football. But at the end of the day, it is a job. You know, you got a job to do, and you got to get it done the right way.
So, in your dream scenario, I know it's like day 2 of your NFL, or day 1.5 of your NFL career, but you play this game for a decade, and then you actually do go in to NASA or SpaceX, or I mean, is that kind of what your brain would think if it was ideal?
Dream scenario. I'd never have to use my degree. That's my dream scenario.
Really? Okay.
But I mean, if I have to use it, then I'll use it. But the dream scenario is I can just play football for the rest of my life. But obviously, that's never going to happen. So yeah, hopefully play as long as I can, and then go get a real job. Yeah.
How did your family feel about being here and just this opportunity?
They were ecstatic. I mean, yeah, they were very excited. Yeah, I don't even know how to describe it. Very excited.
Who was probably the most excited?
Definitely my mom. My mom was hype. Yeah. So.
More hype than you?
I was more shocked than hype. She definitely beat me when it came to like the excitement factor. I was kind of just like, what? Yeah. So